Hi everybody, welcome back to 4-Point Custom Works. I'm Blake. So I made myself a tooth setter for my bandsaw blades for my sawmill, which is out in my yard right now, my front yard, my sawmill out there, my wood miser. So I made myself a tooth setter. Looked at different varieties, different systems on the internet and that, YouTube, wherever you want to go. So basically what I've done is I've taken a clamp unit, buy them on Amazon, wherever. I bought a cheaper one. I might go a little better one here, buy a different one, a little better one. That's got a little more precision. I'm going to see how well it works with what I'm doing right now with my first blade, so I could try my first blade to see if my set's right or my set's out too far or what. So as you can see, probably here as you're looking, you can see that I'm setting my teeth every third one. So I have one set left, one set right, and then a raker straight, and then one set left, one set right, and then straight, one set left, one set right, and then straight, one set left, one set right. So basically it's the way that works. What I did was took some 3/4 inch square tubing, 1/4 inch bolts, mounted onto my plate, come out to some angle iron that I custom fitted, some bearings that I stole off, some different things I've stolen, torn apart, motors, that, whatever. This is all scrap. The only thing I bought is the bolts and the clamp at that end. So basically this will just roll past here, lowering my teeth so it doesn't wreck my teeth, but still guides it. And the angle iron holds the bandsaw blade here. So I have two of them. I've seen them with a third one out the middle. I don't need it. I mean, I'm not too concerned that it's sitting down. I think it actually keeps it in line a little better. Everything I've bolted together. This piece of angle iron, let me grab my tape measure here. So this piece of angle iron is 1.5 by 1.5 inches. It is 8 inches long. My plate is roughly 10 1/4 inches long, or wide, sorry, and 12 inches long. The plate that I'm using, let's see, get somewhere clear, is just under 1/4, 3/16. 1/8 inch for this, just to bring it up my height, to get my point here in line with my teeth, just to give me some clearance over this angle iron. I set this angle iron up a little bit in height because I originally had a different piece of angle iron back here on the other side, a small piece, which was this one. I tried the same 1.5 by 1.5 angle iron, and I had it on the back side of here, but the problem was the blade and this were rolling, and the force to set the teeth was causing this piece of angle iron to roll. So I went with a higher, bigger piece of angle iron on the back. This is 2-inch angle iron, as you can tell. So it's 2-inch angle iron on the back. Focus, there we go. 1.5 on the front, I've got 1/2 inch. My teeth just clear this. You could always grind it down just a little bit so that your teeth are not running along the side of this, but you should be setting your teeth first, then sharpening your blade, not sharpening your blade, setting your teeth, because it screws everything up. There's burrs on the back, doesn't give you a true set. They say you should be 18 to 24 thou on these blades, on a lot of them. That's what I'm trying to get, is 18 to 24. What I'm actually trying to aim for is 20 thou on the blade. Trying to keep it even all the way if I can. So basically, this bolt here, and this bolt here, that bolt there, and that bolt there, I've welded the nuts to the back of this plate. Same as this bolt here and this bolt here, I've welded to the back of this plate. As you can also see, I've put angle iron, and I've just bolted the angle iron to the top plate here. I bolted this through the top plate. Give me some strength, get rid of that flex of the light steel. If you went heavier, 1/4 inch steel or whatever you want to go with, it'll stop that deflection back and forth and that type of thing. This, the nuts or nothing are welded, it's just bolted through. In case I want to change this out and go to a little better one, same size, but they make a better slide mechanism here, more smoother, more cleaner. And then it's bolted at the front as well, my 2 pieces of angle iron. And a piece of pipe that I've welded in there, you can see that there. That goes over the piece of pipe that goes in my stand, that goes to a disc. Everything's scrap steel I used except for the tubing. I bought the tubing because I had no 3/4 inch tubing. This dial gauge and arm I scavenged off an old arrow straightener I had for straightening aluminum arrows. Don't shoot aluminum arrows anymore. Don't use the straightener anymore. I haven't used it in years. So I took the dial gauge off it. You can buy a dial gauge on Amazon for like 20-30 bucks, that type of thing. Mine come with an aluminum holder for the back of the dial gauge, so I just used it. Took a bolt, went through the back of the steel plate here. I've cut a slot so that this bolt can slide forward or back, so I can set this gauge, get it fairly close, but then I can use this tip here with a nut to adjust this in and out, so that when it goes over and locks, I'll show you here. So when I grab my handle, it goes over, it hits the tooth, you go down, and you set your tooth, just like that. I've been doing it for a while, so I've got my gauge, slide your 1, 2, 3, keep it down. I do everything by hand, sorry, and then once again, push on it, come around a little more because I didn't get where I want. There we go. It gives me my 20 thou, gives me my sit on my tooth, and then it's 1, 2, 3. So I got my 3rd tooth in there. I'm just moving this hand, putting my thing over, watching, coming back, not enough. There we go, 20 thou, what I want. 1, 2, 3. Make sure my blade's down on my guys. That's it there. So these ones on the side here, I can adjust them up and down to get my blade height right, because you literally want to push just even with here. You don't want to push on the very tip. You want to push even with the bottom of the throat on this thing. If you push on the tip, I've found with some of these, you'll curl the tip over, give it a hook, or you'll snap them off. So you don't want to do that. So yeah, you just want to try and bend. Basically, you give your set from here and go from there. So yeah, this is basically what I've done. Bolted it up, very simple, just drill holes. You don't need a welder. The only reason I welded the nuts on the bottom is to make the adjustments easier, so I can just undo this one, undo these 4 if I need to move it or slide it a little bit to give it some adjustment, or pull them out to change it, because I'm just trying these to see how they work now. So yeah, so basically that is my tooth setter for my bandsaw blades. I'm going to be working on my sharpener is the next thing I'm going to be working on. So that's my profile for the Wood-Mizer blades. Diamond impregnated industrial. I'm going to see if I can get this to work. I don't know if I'll use this motor. I was just hooking it up, try and make sure my profile is right and everything to do my blades. I'm going to try and find a little different motor for this. This is going to be another project that comes along. I'm not too sure when it'll be coming along. But yeah, so here's the two-setter. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to leave a comment or question or whatever. I'll try and answer it for you. But yeah, that's basically what it is. Simple, fast. It was a couple of days it took me. But I mean, them couple of days I was doing other jobs and other things as well too. But yeah, it just, it works really good. I'm happy with the progress and what's happened with it so far. So yeah, thanks for joining along. We'll get the other video up here hopefully in the next couple of weeks or whatever. Maybe we'll even get some forging in, get the old forge going, the forge press going, maybe some other metal work or something. The welder and plasma cutter are working great. I'm waiting for K-rollers for the MIG welder. They're the knurled ones for using the flux core wire. So I'll be doing a thing on that when it comes up here in a little while when they get here. And that, but yeah, there's my two-setter from my Wood Miser bandsaw blades. And thanks for joining. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.